Alright guys, so we have the Kia and we're starting this video off from when we got everything pretty much taken down, taken apart, and we rotated the crank into timing. Everybody say hello to Adonis.
Hi.
But yeah. And then from there, now we are locking everything into position and getting started on this deadly timing. Don't let the cam gears pop on you. You can turn the computer down a little bit. So we have this cam locking tool from Napa. As you can see, I believe it's like a 14mm wrench you can use, but you'll twist it and it'll expand open to lock the cams in place once you set your timing. It seems like it keeps moving on me for some reason. I don't like it. It shouldn't move at all. Once you just make sure you set it in between the cams. 14, trying to hand me a 14. I might use a standard, but let's try a millimeter first. Make sure you set your timing. You have the crank rotated clockwise until you get all your marks lined up inside properly. Let's see. Probably 15. Yep. 15. So this one is. I'm sure it's a standard, yeah, because it's a little loose. But that's how you kind of use that tool right there. You want to make sure it's snug, at least snug. Don't go too long. See if this 10mm works to take that crank sensor off.
Alright. Yeah, I've been messing up today. I didn't even do the right part of y'all that today. So, just so you know. But okay. Right. Oh, man. Okay. I'll let me finish notating the new account and you can on this call that's coming. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Boo boo boo.
So let's take this crank sensor out of here. It just makes sense to replace the crank and the cam sensor since we're already in here anyway. Sometimes these could be a pain to get out of here.
I guess I'll turn my TV off to her voice. So you can have some more. Oh, I gotta turn my road off.
That'll be that one.
I'm surprised this Xbox even works. It be I'm like, what the hell? Turn that fucking shit off.
Need a little flathead screwdriver for this one.
How do you turn this on?
What you trying to turn on?
Mom, look at the tent.
Britt, you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. So you remember what this is called?
Idler pulley?
Idler's here.
Oh, that is the idler.
That's the idler pulley.
Tensioner pulley.
This is a tensioner pulley.
Actuator or hydraulic tensioner.
Yep, hydraulic tensioner or actuator. So that has a few names. So sometimes when it's telling you to remove something, you got to make sure you're removing the right part, especially if there's a similar name for two different parts. But we're doing the timing. Why? Because the belt is already ripped. The timing probably jumped. The belt was loose when we took off the cover. And we cannot reuse the crank bolt per specs. That's what it says. You're not supposed to. So make sure you put a locking tool on your cams. This one uses a 9/16 wrench. It says to remove the tensioner to remove the belt. So you can easily just remove this one. And it'll take the pressure off the pulley. And just make sure we check all the debris in here. Look at this. Nasty. This is all the stuff. Probably put a vacuum in here. Vacuum some of this stuff out of here. And replace the camshaft sensor as well as the crankshaft sensor while we're in here, and check this reluctor wheel. Make sure it's flat and it's not bent on the back side once we take it off. So I'll probably use this one for now. See if it works out. Maybe just set it on the ground. Not too bad. So we should be able to use this, or we should be able to pry. What we want to do is pry the tensioner bracket into the actuator so that we can stick a pin in there, or stick a, I use Allen keys. That's what I used before.
Mom, there's something red.
I want to see if it'll work like that. We have everything timed and locked into place, so there's a number of ways to do it. Or you can just easily just you know, take a 12mm, take those off of there, take your bolts off of there. You have those locked, so those shouldn't spin at all. already in place, so it should be good. Nothing else will move. Take that out of there. Throw those back in. What we want to do is use whatever. See, what I had used was a big ass C-clamp to compress it. But technically, it's not gonna matter because we're replacing this. Yeah. But we'll also show how to do it just in case. So yeah, put that on the table for me. Then we'll take off these one at a time, or we can take off the belt now. Technically, we can take off the belt. It's all marked. Off the belt. Got stuff falling and hit my foot. And this side is still tight for some reason. There we go. Clearly, didn't want to come out. That could be part of the issue too, because it's stuck like right there where it's tore. Just get a pick hook and play with it. There we go. Disconnect that cam sensor for now. Now we see what that looks like. Definitely horrible. Oh yeah. Chunked it. Stuff. If you move stuff, remember where you put it. Just know we have to replace the bolt for the crank, and we will put these nuts here for the crankshaft sensor.
If you're bigger than like, it makes way more sounds than the little ones.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Then your camera died.
Let's see. Oh, make sure just don't move.
Yeah. You gotta don't move. This thing don't be moved.
Because you want this off of here so that you can try to get the sprocket off of here.
That sprocket?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that sprocket got on there, Dad.
No? Uh-oh.
Oh, you got
We're
it?
not, yeah, but we're not reusing that one anyway.
What, that one? The sprocket? We're using a sprocket?
Mm-hmm.
We're using a sprocket? That's what you said?
That's what I said.
Okay, let me get it. Got the sprocket, Dad.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, right here. Right here. First, want to eat everything. Pulley boat.
It's my pulley boat.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That can just fit on here. Yeah, yes it can.
Yes, it can.
And it cannot fit on here.
Give me some pliers or vice grips or something.
It can fit on here. Which you didn't take that out yet. Which it does come out. Because someone broke it, obviously.
Because someone broke it, obviously.
Yeah. Are you going to take the both of these screws off? All of them? Are you going to take all of the screws off?
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe so? It don't even stay on it. It's staying on there, Dad.
Is it?
Yeah, see?
In a minute.
Yeah. In a minute it's going to get off of there. But it's not. See? That one is automatic. Like, if you put it on.
If you put it where? Don't be dropping stuff, boy.
Okay.
Slide this off of there, guys. Ooh, look at that. Oh my God. Look at that nonsense.
That nonsense. They took that thing off all the way, Dad.
All the way, it did too.
Dad took those things off. Now you need to
This
find.
might have been part of the problem too. Maybe. We're gonna see. Because this shit just came off as one piece. Oh, yep, look at that. Same thing, yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's
part
why.
of this definitely needs to come off of here.
This is why you can't put these on different cars.
This was sick.
Like a Challenger. Because it would like play with your Challenger.
It has the two pins right there. It's the same way. So sit here inside of there. This is all one piece.
Yeah, it's missing another piece, Dad.
It's all one piece.
It's missing another piece.
And this is your timing mark here.
So your timing mark and your
Yeah, your timing mark here. It's missing. Well, it's all one piece. It shouldn't come off like that. You know what I mean? That's what I ordered. This is the one that's coming from Texas.
Oh.
Yeah, this piece is coming from Texas.
yeah. I got by that.
Could you imagine getting like, what I don't want to say Texas, or what, Wisconsin or something?
Mom,
They
you
have, like,
came
old
from
parts,
Texas.
and it's like, damn, everything
Mom.
would be there.
We be in the money.
Mom, you came from Texas.
So we got everything timed up, set. Got our locks on. We have a camshaft sensor on here. Water pump. Definitely still good. Yeah. There's no looseness to it. We took the sprocket off for the crankshaft. We'll clean in here. You see all this nonsense, all this mess in here. Definitely dirty. We'll blow that out also. You need a 14mm nut to take off these pulleys. And then we'll replace the sprocket. We'll clean this up a little bit also too. Maybe with some sandpaper, wire brush or something. We definitely want to clean this out of here. Don't need any debris inside of here. So you need a 14 millimeter here. And then you'll have to torque these down to spec also. Always knocking down my lights. Take one off, put one on, and put my light back on. We have these here. Take that out of there. Put it inside of here. Go ahead and throw this on here. No bueno. No bueno.
What's up, broski? How about broski? Huh? Huh?
We can take this off of here also.
Yeah, hi. Thank you.
Probably should have it this way. Uh-oh. It's knocking all my lights over, guys. Make sure we mark these similar. So we know this one is front right here. Get out of here. Yeah.
You're the leader of the Black Panthers. Revolutionaries becoming on his side. Is there any reason you're calling me? I'm trying to figure out if I need to kill your brother.
So we'll leave this a little bit loose because we have to set the tension on this. Then we'll clean this off and get a sprocket on that one.
If you believe one thing, believe this. My brother is not working for that man. I feel like I live in this town alone. I'm gonna send you the coordinates. Why me?
Brush it off a little bit. Probably get some air too.
Oh, blow it in your eyes. You know I did something like that in elementary school.
Mom, what you have?
Go for what's there. Only pay cash. All right, let me know when you get there. I know. I love you.
We definitely want to clean this off though. And get the air gun and blow it out. Alright guys, so we have the old sprocket here. The old sprocket here. You can tell like it's a little bit damaged on this side. Let me clean my lens off. I feel like my lens is a little bit dirty. It's a little bit dirty. Sorry guys, sorry. But yeah, so this is the old sprocket here. I'm trying to see which one it was, but yeah, you can kind of tell if you look at this one, it starts to bend and curve right here at the tip. You can kind of see damage right here a little bit. But it's not flush. It doesn't sit flat like it should. Plus, as you've seen in part 1 or episode 1, look at this. I mean, it just comes off, does whatever. And this was still on the crank itself. So yeah, it shouldn't do any of that at all. Brand new. You can see how flat and nice that looks. What's in your mouth? But yeah, doesn't pull off or anything like that, you know. And so this has a slot pin or guide up under here. Up under here. You can see it. So yeah, we'll lubricate that up just a little bit. Tad bit of dielectric grease. A little bit of dielectric grease on there. Uh-oh, battery low. Oh, powered off. Oh no. guide on this. I'll go ahead and throw this in here. Make sure we line that up with the guide on the bottom. Underneath there. Yeah, that timing is actually on. We're good. It's marked up. We might even be able to turn it back just a tad bit, just to make sure we're on that light. Then we're gonna put our crankshaft sensor on here and the hydraulic tensioner here with the pin still in. Okay, we already got our new pulleys on here, ready to go. Tensioner should still be in our box. Tensioner.
Shut up.
So this is the old one. We got ourselves a new one here. Take that out of there. You see the pin inside of here. So you would compress this, and I'll show you how to reuse it also. But we're gonna use everything new. Nothing was replaced when the water pump was done. So as long as you leave your pin in, you should be good to go. And then we'll also torque it down to spec. 12, yep. 12 millimeter for that. Guess I better get my ratchet from down there or something. Butt crack. Sorry. My bad. That was the old one. What? I'm gonna look up the torque specs and have it set in the screen here somewhere for you. Make sure these timing marks are right on here as well as up here. right back. So you just rub the tape on there?
I'm gonna take you up.
You gonna take me up?
Right to that car.
Oh, you funny, dude.
Yes, I am. I'll take you up right to the car.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I said I'll take Daddy up right to the car. With the whole entire tape.
With the whole entire tape? Whole entire tape.
I was never going to be able to get out. Only he can use his knife. Only Daddy can use some of his work stuff. And cooking.
Some of my work stuff?
Yeah,
Hmm?
and cooking. Never.
Sure, you can definitely tell the difference though on the sprocket, on the reluctor wheel. Oh yeah? And like Daddy. Yeah. Yep. Let's control the wheel. Like one, lucky this was even, this one see. Because it's like moving coming off these tabs. How are they in place? Where they're supposed to be. The wheel, just go straight down there. Dead one. That one's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I'm doing that yet. But just the slightest bit, like it hit. So clean that off and clean off this one. Get us something to work with.
You had it first.
Make sure it's on there tight enough. And we'll just set this up out of the way also. We got 33% on my battery. I need more than that. Alright, so there's a different way it tells us to put this on. So I'm gonna go about it this opposite way. My marks are all lined up. I have to go back and check my identifix. So we're gonna take this off of here. And we'll take this off. We'll just slide this out. Take those off there. Take those off there. Lord Jesus. Ooh. That was kind of pressed on there. Pretty good. Oh, battery for that one. What are you doing with our lives? Come over here blind. Alright, so if you go over the crank, specifically tells you to go over the crank, so we'll pull that one tight. Then we'll go over the exhaust. That's what it says. Make sure that one's tight. Then go over the intake. Make sure that one's tight. Okay. Put these in place for now. That should be good. still a little loose right there, but we'll see. And it says to go around the water pump. Around the water pump. Board, grab my bricks a little bit. Suspect. I don't like it. But it's dripping on me. Something's dripping on me. So those line up just like that. So I want to say make it a little more tight. I don't like it, guys. I don't like it. But that's the way we go. So you start with the crank. Exhaust on the left hand, intake on the left hand, water pump. So crank, idler, exhaust left hand, intake left hand, water pump. Intake right hand, exhaust right hand, tensioner.
Good. Oh, wait, yeah, okay. And I was calling in regards to some tires ordered, and one of them is defective. I'm sure you have another. If I get it out, he said it's defective.
Let's swap.
Let's swap. And so and we just have another tire that's going to fall out for that. It's 155 straight try to pump it.
All right. Where's my other group? Find my headset. Yeah, I got 2 of them.
You want to get that break? What time do y'all go? 6 o'clock.
No, the way is Keisha
They
go
can
get
come,
us.
yeah, so they can bring it tomorrow morning too.
I'll have Keisha come get it.
Okay, we'll have somebody, so he feel that, we'll have Keisha, one of our people here, we'll show them and pick it up. All right, thank you.
Boy, I'll tell you. Right?
Yeah. All this time he didn't wait to do it in first place.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Try to see where what else we got to do in here. Everything else looks tight. Looks good. So. What?
Am I ready? Am I ready as I say?
Right. Like, do I want to take it off?
Right.
I'm watching the same movie. They're just watching the same movie. Well, no. Like, do you know this movie? Did you watch it before? On your TV? You gotta watch it.
Everything's all lined up. Everything's all lined up.
What's this called again?
Let me just go. Where's my
So you got like punched up.
not here?
Kinda.
I'm trying to remember which way.
Then, like,
Put
you
these
just
on.
gotta like,
Upside
you're
down.
kind of like test the robot. Yeah. Because it's like crushing.
This shit. These suck. This one on the passenger side, fill out.
Yeah. Listen. Keep it turns to everything.
Yeah, wait for this. God dang it, that thing in there tight. Thing was in there good. What did it do? So what are you in there doing?
I was listening to that too. I'm like, you're struggling to pull up.
No, I'm not talking about
He's
Javelle.
on the
I
dog.
don't know what Javelle doing. What job y'all doing, Mari? I said, what job y'all doing?
Oh, he left.
You sure he left? Mm-hmm. It might have took him 10 years to leave. you know we can hear the car and stuff. I'm trying to set these up out of the way. Leave. Yeah, you and your sister can have some. Where my boat that was up here.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Huh?
You crept up out of here.
Crept up out of here.
Come on.
You go.
Want some cake?
Those are those
How
things.
you here?
You want
It
some
should
cake?
have been up here if I'm not mistaken. I swear I just saw him.
Stop it, some cake.
You got cake. Is that your cake, dog?
I asked Dad if I had some cake. He said yes.
Yeah, he said yes. Or it might even be just one. No, I'm looking at it. Look out, it's just this one.
Yeah.
What was not your
One goes on just like this. No. Probably just not that your kid knocked down that I was looking at earlier.
On that backside of the bag.
Yeah. But it might be that one. Where's my magnet system? Definitely not this one. Radiator on the sides. Oh, two. Typically, I should get like 3 of these bolts here. These 2. I have another one. Put on out off to the side on one of these slots. Let's do it at the same time. What I tell you? Definitely that one. Those don't work because it's too big.
Oh, snap. It made Nate Dion with my baby UFC. It made that slap McGregor. In the middle of the fight, he slapped him.
That's crazy.
It pointed at him.
Gotcha.
Got a minute left.
Huh?
That's it.
You got noisy older, remember?
How'd you grow up that fast? How'd you grow up that fast?
Just let it grow, bro.
How'd you grow up that fast? Set it in there. Hold this right there.
Thank you, Rara. Thanks for this cash.
Yes, sir. Really good game.
Adonis,
Yes.
got to chill, brother.
Thanks, I can have some.
Daddy said I could have some.
I think this is getting y'all a bowl.
Huh?
He said I could have some. Did you know that?
Where's the bowl?
Oh my God. these on right up on up here. So we got all that in there. We're gonna put some tension on here and rotate this thing. Where is my pliers? I need some good short pliers. Tension out. We'll at least rotate it twice to make sure they still line up. And let's wait a little while and let that tension set. We'll be back.